Okay folks, this morning I want to talk to you about the green swordtail fish. They are a live bearer. They are a community fish, and I really enjoy the green swordtails a lot. So in this tank, it's my 75-gallon tank, and I don't know if you can see, but right over here, well, they're going up underneath the rocks. But let's go to what I got in here for community first. First, I have, the giant danios. I have the rummy nose tetras. I have the Hallerken rasboras. I have yo-yo loaches. I have hillstream loaches. I have some Siamese algae eaters in here. But we want to talk about the swordtail. So right here is my female sword. And you can see her, and then the male's right here beside him with the long tail. I think the female is kind of a mix between a red sword and a green sword, but the male he's all green swordtail. But anyway, let's talk about them real quick. So they are a live bearer. They are a community fish. They are great fish. I love them. I prefer the green swords over the red swords, and there's some other colorations, but I'm just not really into them. I like the green. It's just a personal preference. Any of the swordtail breeds or colorations are good community fish. They're not mean. They get along with everybody. So in this, I bought these guys, a couple, 2-3 months ago. I don't know. But now in this tank, I have fry. So this tank is full of fish that will eat the babies, including the parents. They will eat their babies. So what I'm just being lucky. I don't know how many fry she actually had. I know I've seen 4 babies in here, but they stay all up in these rocks, underneath the rocks, in the plants. They still stay well hidden because these other fish will chase them. But I do know that I have at least 4 of them in here. So hopefully, they'll make it and they'll grow up, and I'll have some more, and I'd like to catch them out. And I would like to take a couple of them and put them in some other community tanks. Maybe somebody out there would know, because I'm not sure how well they would do in an unheated tank. I have 2 tanks right behind the camera here they're fully dirted tanks. I have no heaters in them. It's just a sponge filter and a bunch of plants. And right now I just have guppies and shrimp, and some Siamese algae eaters, and one yo-yo loach in one of the tanks. He's in there to help clean up the snail population that I got going on in there. But I'm not sure how well they'll fare in an unheated tank. But even though the tanks are in my house, they do stay relatively warm. Maybe not as warm as a normal tank with a heater, but it's summertime here in Texas, and I don't think any of my heaters in any of my tanks have come on in forever. And so, I don't know. I think they'll do fine. But, if somebody knows better, please let me know. But anyway, in the video, I will put some pictures that I have. I took some pictures of the male and the female, and I'll add them into the video. And then along with that, I did capture some hard to get video of one of the fry swimming around. They're hard because they, like I say, they hang out at the bottom and they almost blend in with the black substrate. So it's hard to see them. And plus, I wear trifocals anyway, so I can't see worth the darn know how. So anyway, that's where we're at with them. But like I say, if you're interested in swordtail fish, you can get them at your local pet store pretty frequently. They carry them quite often, and they're relatively cheap. And like I say, they're a great community fish. They're a live bear, so they'll be like guppies. They're going to have babies. But if you have enough plant and coverage in there, you'll have some that survive. If you have nothing in the tank that they can hide in, then you're probably not going to see very many fry very long. They'll end up eating them. But In this tank, there's a lot of places for them to hide. I don't expect a big major burst of babies just because fry are going to get eaten. I've tried fishing these guys out, but man, it's so hard. They go so fast and they jump underneath the rocks and I can't get to them. So I decided I'm just going to leave them in there and let nature take its course. So anyway, folks, that's my little spiel for green swordtails. Man, I love them. And if you've never tried them, give them a shot. They're a great community fish. They're, like I say, they're a live bearer. You can have babies and you can populate more. So anyway, I hope you like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a great week. Alrighty, thank you. So here is some green swordtail fry. Now I know I have at least 4 of them in here that I can see, but they're really, really skittish because all these other fish want to chase them. But that's one of them for sure. And they're pretty good size already, so I don't know how many she had, but I only seen like 4 of them that have survived.